Deep within the dense forests of Louisiana lies a place where time seems to have stood still. Decaying walls whisper tales that were never fully told. Strange footsteps echo in the dead of night, shadowy figures appear in mirrors and vanish. And one accidental photograph has captured the shape of a restless spirit. This is no ordinary old house. This is Myrtles Plantation, widely known as one of the most haunted places in America. A blood-soaked estate hiding secrets that history cannot confirm and science cannot explain. Are you ready to enter a world of unsettled souls where the line between truth and fiction begins to blur? Located about 18 miles from the town of St. Francisville, Louisiana, Myrtles Plantation has long been famed as one of the most haunted locations in the American South. Surrounded by ancient oak trees draped in Spanish moss and soaked in the ambience of the Old South, the house is not only a showcase of antebellum architecture, it's a place steeped in eerie atmosphere and shadowy legends that have endured for centuries. Myrtles Plantation was originally built in 1796 by David Bradford, a lawyer and notable figure in the infamous Whiskey Rebellion. He initially named the home Laurel Grove. After Bradford's death, the estate passed into the hands of his son-in-law, Clark Woodruff, who lived there with his wife and children. However, their happiness was tragically short-lived, as two of their children and Woodruff's wife all died from yellow fever, a deadly epidemic that ravaged the American South in the 19th century. But Myrtles was not just the site of personal tragedy. The estate also bore witness to the turbulence of the American Civil War. During this chaotic period, the property changed hands multiple times. Soldiers were stationed there, and rumors claim that several of them died on the grounds. Over time, this bloody history blended with layers of Southern folklore, thickening the veil of mystery that shrouds Myrtles. Among the many chilling legends tied to Myrtles Plantation, one of the most unsettling involves a large mirror hanging near the main staircase. Though it appears to be a simple decorative piece, this mirror is said to be linked to supernatural occurrences so bizarre they defy explanation, serving as haunting evidence of Myrtles' reputation as the most haunted house in the South. It all began when a housemaid, during her daily cleaning routine, noticed strange handprints on the surface of the mirror. These prints were small, as if made by children's hands, and grimy, as if imprinted by fingers covered in ash or dirt. She wiped them clean using cloth and glass cleaner, thinking the job was done. But just a few hours later, upon returning, she was horrified to find the prints had reappeared, this time darker and more defined. The sense of unease grew day by day as the phenomenon continued. Then, one twilight evening, as dim light from a window glinted off the glass, the maid witnessed the unthinkable. From the other side of the mirror, a pale grayish hand began to slowly emerge, as though someone were trying to reach out from another world. Eyes wide with disbelief, she stood frozen as the faint image of a little girl with curly blonde hair gradually took shape behind the glass. Her face was expressionless, her skin ghostly white like wax, and her eyes seemed to plead for something, but no sound came. Terrified, the maid screamed and fled the staircase, refusing to return for days. The story spread quickly among the household, retold by longtime staff as one of those things best not questioned too deeply at Myrtles Plantation. According to local legend, the mirror is the resting place of a mother and her two young children. 3 souls said to have died tragically in the house during the 19th century, either from illness or poisoning, depending on the version told. Due to a mistake in their funeral rites, their souls were never mirrored away, an old Southern custom meant to prevent spirits from becoming trapped in mirrors. Ever since, it's believed their spirits remained inside, occasionally revealing themselves through child-sized handprints and ghostly reflections. Today, The haunted mirror still hangs in its original spot, now a centerpiece of the spine-chilling nighttime tours at Myrtles Plantation. Tourists from all over the world flock to see it, some attempting to photograph it and claiming to capture white mists or mysterious faces in their pictures. Though science has yet to verify or disprove the many accounts, the mirror stands as a ghostly icon, adding yet another layer of mystery to a house already heavy with shadows from the past. Among the countless haunted tales surrounding Myrtles Plantation, the legend of Chloe, a female slave who once lived there, is one of the most famous and chilling. Chloe's story is not just a personal tragedy, but a dark reminder of past injustices and cruelties, passed down through generations with many versions, each retold adding an eerie layer of mystery. According to the most popular legend, Chloe was a slave working in the main house under the authority of her master, Clark Woodruff, a man of status and power in this land during the early 19th century. One day, Chloe was caught eavesdropping on a private conversation of Mr. Woodruff. Enraged and wanting to punish her harshly, he ordered her to have one ear cut off, a cruel act that forced her to wear a turban afterward to hide the injury. Harboring deep resentment and a desire for revenge, Chloe is said to have planned to poison the Woodruff family. On a birthday occasion, she allegedly put a poisonous leaf, possibly oleander, into the cake meant for the wife and children of her master. However, Chloe's revenge plan did not go as intended. Instead of causing mild illness as she expected, the poisoning led to the painful deaths of Mrs. Woodruff and two young daughters. After being discovered, Chloe was not punished by the master, but was instead hanged by other slaves on the plantation, fearing her actions would bring grave consequences to all. Another, softer yet equally tragic version suggests Chloe never intended to kill anyone. She only wanted to make the Woodruff family mildly ill so she could care for them, gain their trust, and avoid being cast out. But this misguided plan ended in tragedy, and Chloe's own death was inevitable. Since her tragic death, Chloe's spirit is said never to have left Myrtles Plantation. Many witnesses claim to have seen a black woman in a long dress and a green turban, a distinctive feature believed to belong to Chloe, quietly walking the halls or standing silently near the stairs. Yet, the clearest and most shocking proof came from a photograph taken in 1992. While photographing the front of the house for tourism purposes, a woman accidentally captured an image of a figure standing between two buildings, a clear, shadowy silhouette, dressed in long sleeves, head wrapped in a turban. The photo was later submitted to National Geographic, and inspection showed no signs of editing or manipulation. This image quickly spread widely as the strongest evidence supporting the existence of Chloe's ghost. Today, the story of Chloe remains a highlight of the night tours at Myrtles Plantation. Regardless of truth or fiction, this legend lives on as a dark soul of a past unresolved, silently watching every step visitors take within the shadows of the old house. Besides famous legends like Chloe's ghost and the haunted mirror, Myrtles Plantation is often the scene of numerous other supernatural events that chill both visitors and staff alike. Recorded over many decades, these occurrences reinforce Myrtles' reputation as one of the most haunted places in the American South. One of the most common phenomena is the appearance of a mysterious little girl, often described with long hair, wearing an old white dress. Many visitors have reported seeing her standing quietly at the end of a hallway or by a window, seemingly searching for something. Yet whenever someone approaches or calls out, she instantly vanishes as if she never existed. This sudden appearance and disappearance leaves a lingering, eerie feeling, with no one truly knowing the identity or story behind this small spirit. Mirrors, already linked to many ghostly stories at Myrtles, continue to be central to strange reports. Some visitors say that when looking into a mirror at night or in dimly lit rooms, they accidentally glimpse the reflections of three women in old-fashioned clothing, an older woman and two young girls standing behind them. Strangely, when they turn around to look directly, no one is there. These images in the mirror seem to exist only in the reflected world, carrying an indescribable sadness and silence. Not stopping at scene phenomena, Myrtles Plantation also holds another mystery linked to the floor. In the gentleman's parlor, a vintage room once used to receive important guests, there is a large stain on the wooden floor shaped like a human body. Despite many attempts with modern cleaning products, the mark remains stubbornly visible. Legend says it is a remnant from a robbery during the Civil War, when a man was killed right in that room. His blood soaked deep into the wood, leaving an indelible mark, a lasting reminder of that tragic event. Another chilling phenomenon is the sound of stumbling footsteps echoing down the main hallway at night. The noise sounds like someone dragging heavy steps across the old wooden floor, then suddenly stopping midway. These sounds are believed to be linked to the death of William Drew Winter, a former plantation owner. In 1871, he was shot on the porch by an unknown assailant. Despite severe wounds, he tried to drag himself inside and up the stairs seeking help. But when he reached the 17th step, he collapsed and died. It is said that his spirit repeats those final moments every night, dragging steps along the hallway, desperately searching for a way to live. All these mysterious phenomena, from mirror apparitions, the mysterious bloodstain, to ghostly footsteps, paint a dark yet captivating picture of Myrtles Plantation. While many come out of curiosity, many leave haunted by unforgettable memories, as if the old house truly lives on, whispering secrets never fully told. Myrtles Plantation has long been renowned as one of the most haunted places in the United States. However, behind that mysterious veil, many scholars and historians have raised significant questions about the authenticity of these legends, suggesting that much of them might be products of imagination or even deliberately crafted promotional tools. One of the most famous and controversial stories is the legend of Chloe, the enslaved woman who was allegedly punished by having her ear cut off for eavesdropping, then poisoned the wife and two children of her owner. However, reliable historical records fail to provide any evidence that such deaths ever occurred in the Clark Woodruff family. His wife, Sarah Woodruff, and their two daughters did die young, but the cause was reportedly illness, not poisoning. Some sources even state that only one child died in infancy, while the second daughter survived to adulthood. Similarly, the tragic death of William Drew Winter, who supposedly tried to drag himself up the stairs after being shot, has also been questioned. Many documents indicate that he actually died right on the porch after being shot, and there is no evidence he made it as far as the 17th step as the legend claims. Although this detail is highly cinematic and popular in ghost tours, historians do not accept it as factual. Because of these unclear and unverifiable points, some folklore and tourism researchers have hypothesized that the haunted stories at Myrtles Plantation may have been fabricated, or at least exaggerated, by later owners. The presumed aim was to attract tourists, investors, or media attention, especially considering the high costs of maintaining an aging plantation with no clear economic function. In this context, the supernatural has become a highly effective form of experiential marketing. However, not everything can be easily dismissed as a hoax. A notable example is the famous 1992 photograph capturing an image believed to be Chloe, a shadowy figure dressed in period clothing with a green turban, standing between two buildings. This photo was sent to National Geographic, and after examination, experts confirmed there were no signs of editing or manipulation. Furthermore, hundreds of reports from visitors and staff describe sightings of ghostly figures, footsteps, whispered voices at night, or the feeling of being watched, none of which have found a satisfactory scientific explanation. It can be said that Myrtles Plantation exists on a thin boundary between history and legend. On one side lie carefully documented historical facts, on the other, centuries-old haunting oral traditions. Whether believers or skeptics, visitors depart with an indescribable sensation that something still lingers within these weathered walls, dim corridors, and dusty mirrors of the old house. Perhaps it is this ambiguity between reality and myth that continues to captivate and fascinate people about Myrtles Plantation. Myrtles Plantation is not just a historical landmark in Louisiana, but also a place deeply intertwined with some of America's most famous ghost stories. Legends such as the ghost of Chloe, the mysterious mirror, and nighttime apparitions have painted a mysterious and chilling portrait. Although many details in these stories have been questioned or even dismissed by historians, visual evidence, such as the 1992 photograph and numerous matching eyewitness accounts, remains unexplained by science. It is precisely this interweaving of historical truth and legend that creates the irresistible allure of Myrtles Plantation. For skeptics, it serves as a testament to the power of imagination and media. For believers in the supernatural, it remains an open door where ancient spirits whisper in the dark. Whatever the reason, this plantation continues to be a compelling destination for those eager to explore mysteries beyond human understanding.